Pardon my wet hair, I just got out of the shower. So, I made a post on Threads earlier where I was talking about The Emperor's New Groove, and what I said was that one thing I really like about it, and possibly my favorite thing about it, is that it takes place in pre-Columbian South America for basically no reason. There's nothing about the characters or the story that requires that it be set in that time and place. And yet it is. And it totally works. In a lot of movies, especially Disney movies, where the setting is highly stylized, if the movie takes place in a different culture, a different land from a bygone era, then it almost seems like the story has to revolve around that culture in some form or fashion, almost as if it has to justify its setting. Like if you think about Moana, it takes place, in Polynesian islands. So the character's journey involves Polynesian mythology and, sailing on the open sea. Brother Bear, it's also pre-Columbian in the Americas, and it involves kind of the idea of spirit animals and the animal-centric mythology in a lot of North American tribes. But The Emperor's New Groove doesn't. There's absolutely nothing that would indicate that it should take place in the Incan Empire. And I have seen the Sweatbox, so I know that it started life as a big Incan epic on tier with Pocahontas or The Lion King, and that it kind of accidentally became what it is. I think it's a very interesting set of circumstances that created this movie where it's just lighthearted fun and it just is set in this, era of human history that doesn't need any justification for being there. The art and the environment of the movie is so beautifully done, and it's really, really interesting to look at. But at no point does the movie ever overtly reference its own environment. It just exists there. None of the characters ever wink wink nudge nudge to anything referring to anything around them. It's just the characters just do what they do, and they just happen to be in this beautiful scenery. I would really like to see more of that. I think there should be more little stories that are in these incredibly epic settings, but never rely on those settings for the story at all. It's just there. I would love to see a Star Wars movie that's like The Emperor's New Groove. It's just a lighthearted comedy. Maybe a Jedi goes to a planet full of squid people, and they run around and they have a grand old time doing something very small. It's not, related to anything in any of the other movies. It's just a little adventure, a little buddy comedy, just a road trip movie across this planet where shenanigans happen, and then the Jedi goes home. Little stories like that happen in big settings all the time. Every civilization has had its wackadoo scenarios, it's little journeys, it's little moments, the little stories that make up people's lives. You don't have to justify having a big setting. You can just have characters in there that just explore it, because it's fun. Anyway, I just wanted to put that thought out there because I made that post on Threads and I just keep thinking about it, and I guess maybe I need to explore writing a story like that as well. I think I would like to see more of that. If anybody who watches this knows of stories like that, feel free to share, because obviously I can't know every piece of literature or have seen every movie, so I'm sure that there are things like that out there that I'm just not aware of, but I would like to see more of that. Anyways, take care.